Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. The secret piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
I feel like I would be doing a massive disservice if I did not do one honorable mention. And that honorable mention this year is Baldur's Gate 3. Okay? Some people thought that I might have counted Baldur's Gate 3 in my countdown for Game of the Year 2023. However, I feel like that would not be fair. And the reason for that is very simple. Okay? I started playing it in December. I'm only around 40 hours into a 120-hour, arguably long game. So if I ranked this in my Game of the Year awards, I feel like that would be unfair. Right now, I don't want to rank it. I like it. You guys know that. You know that I'm really enjoying this playthrough, correct? But I don't want to formally rank it when I don't know what the rest of the game is. What if this game is really strong in the first third and fizzles out in the last third, like a couple other games that happened to this year? Then maybe I wouldn't think of it as great, right? So I'm not going to rank this at all in my top 10 games of the year, but I will say this. I'm going to continue to play this game in 2024. And when I finish it in 2024, I will consider it for my Game of the Year awards for next year.
Duh, like how stupid can you be?
Star Wars Jedi Survivor is my number 10 best game of 2023. And you're going to say, what? You're like, what? No way. Phil, you slammed this game. Just last night, it was actually featured in my most disappointing games of the year countdown. So some people are like, I don't understand, why would Star Wars Jedi Survivor be in your top 10 best games of the year? Because the game is great. This game is leaps and bounds better than Jedi Fallen Order from a few years ago. The combat's better. Having multiple lightsaber stances is incredibly fun. The platforming and parkour is improved. The sneaking abilities and Jedi abilities are better. The graphics are better. The story is way better, right? This game, no lie, if it didn't have the problems that it does have, likely would have been in my top 5 games of 2023. I'm not kidding you. That's how much I liked it. I thought this playthrough was absolutely outstanding.
That's just fucked in the head, dude. That's not normal mental behavior.
The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. And again, people, but you crapped on that game, and you said the frame rate was bad, and you didn't like the elements of it, and blah, 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 right? And listen, okay, I get what you're saying, because I was kind of very critical of the game. That doesn't mean the game is bad, and I can't recognize it for being good, nor does it mean that I disliked the game. In fact, I really liked the game. I did. I just felt it was too bloated. There was too much content to really discern what was important, and it took too long to beat because you were kind of wasting time figuring out what was important to do. But I liked the dungeons. I liked the boss fights. I liked going around and exploring the story and the glyphs. I actually liked solving some of the unique puzzles and aspects of it. I really liked...
Delicious penes. Delicious.
The actual building and physics mechanics that were new to the game. I didn't think I would. Remember, early on I said, I want to play Zelda. I don't want to play Minecraft or Fortnite. Why they're putting building elements in this game, I don't get, because it seems like they're trying to wedge in parts of another game. When I finally got around to doing it, I don't think they did. I think they did actually innovate with the building. Problem was, that was pretty much the only thing they innovated in this game. Everything else was kind of a copy-paste of Breath of the Wild, except for that. But it was still a damn good game. But I'm not going to give it like a top 5 ranking when it was too similar to its previous iteration. My number 8 pick for best game of the year is RoboCop Rogue City. Yes, a game that I didn't even know existed till you guys told me about it. As a fan of action movies and 1980s stuff, this game resonates with anyone who's an 80s kid. Seriously. As a fan of RoboCop playing this game, this feels like it would have been in line with, like, this should have been RoboCop 3.
Definitely as a person, I've grown, I've changed, I've become way more mature, that's for sure.
Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 was an exceptionally good outing in the superhero genre. People kept asking me the entire time I played Spider-Man 2, is this better than the Arkham trilogy? To which I answered, you know, for the modern day it is, but you have to kind of compare apples to apples. I don't think it's fair. Number 6 is Hogwarts Legacy, and everyone's going to get up in arms about this, but I really liked this game earlier on in the year. I really did. I felt like it was such a cool atmosphere. The art design, the world design was done well. It was the first time I ever played an interactive Harry Potter game. I put all the controversy aside with the politics. I just wanted to enjoy the game for what it was. And for the first 2/3 of the ride, I thought that this game was absolutely outstanding.
Get me that banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze the peel, it comes in. Squeeze banana.
Is Super Mario Bros. Wonder on the Switch. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the first 2D Mario game in many, many years. At one point, they were pumping these out like one a year or even more, okay? But after having get kind of burn out on these games for a while, they put them on hiatus. They put them on the shelf. They started focusing on like Mario Odyssey, all different other games. Finally, they decided to bring one back. You're like, well, man, we're going to bring back 2D Mario. Is it going to be any good? Yeah, this game had so much effort put into it, so much creativity. Every stage has a unique aspect to it that's unique to that individual stage. This game implemented power-ups we hadn't seen in Mario games for ages, but also introduced a slew of new ones, like the elephant suit, okay? The game had multiple characters. Ladies and gentlemen, my number 4 best game of the year, Resident Evil 4 Remake. A few years ago, there was a game called Resident Evil 2 Remake, and what it did is it reimagined the original Resident Evil 2 for the PlayStation 1 from the ground up for a modern audience. It redesigned the Raccoon City police station, the surrounding city around it, and all the underground lab and all of that, and it made it feel like a more modern game. I loved it. In fact, to this day, I still think that's like the poster child as the best version of a remake you can get. So, when they said Resident Evil 4 Remake, I said, does it need a remake? I'm not sure it does. Alright, but let me tell you, this game won me over. It did. With its very, very, very improved graphics, with the new gameplay elements they added. Like, I particularly selected this video right now, because I wanted to show you, they added all of this content to the game. The lake now is a fully traversable lake with all this optional content around it that you can now explore. They redid certain parts of the game that previously were annoyances, okay? They made the El Gigante boss fights more interesting and fun, rather than tedious or annoying. They retooled certain parts of the game, like the mansion, to be more in line with a modern game and not as annoying. But the challenge still remains. This is by no means an easy game. This is quite a hard game, and I played it on hard, and I still had fun with it.
As the game gets further in, it's becoming too much of a chore. It feels like work. I don't want work in my play. The point of playing a game is to be entertained. It's work now. So if it becomes work, it's not fun anymore. Why do I want to keep playing the game?
My number 3 pick for 2023 is Street Fighter 6. A game that reinvigorated my passion for fighting games. After so many years, I had just wrote them off and said I didn't want to play them anymore after having played Street Fighter V and hating it. An entire 7-year span passed where I was known as a fighting game YouTuber and I stopped playing most fighting games. I casually played the NetherRealm ones like Mortal Kombat or Injustice. I casually would play a Tekken, but I never really put effort into it, okay? And it wasn't until Street Fighter 6 came out that I said, hey, looks like they're doing everything right. And let me tell you guys something. I don't think they could have really done better for the launch of any kind of a game. I actually think that Street Fighter 6 is pretty much the best effort ever seen by any company doing a video game at a launch. First of all, they have offline content that's meaningful.
I am a former professional fighting game player in the capacity, not that I did it for a living. I was a high-level tournament player, 4th place at EVO, top player of Street Fighter 2 that year overall in the country.
Is Lies of P. This game delighted me in every single way that I want to be delighted when I'm playing a video game. Outstanding graphical performance on the Xbox Series X. Responsive, fun controls, and gameplay elements that change depending on what weapon you're using and that are constantly evolving over the course of the game. A story that was absolutely riveting. Riveting. The lore of Lies of P was exceptionally good. It got me hooked on this universe and made me buy in. I didn't think I would. I thought, it's kind of a Bloodborne knockoff, right? But once you get into the plot, why are these androids revolting? Why do they have independence all of a sudden and they're not obeying the humans? What are these weird mutations in the environment and where did they come from? And do they have some factor into the malfunctioning androids? What is going on behind the scenes with this mysterious alchemist who seems to be pulling the strings, no pun intended, of all the robots and the main character, right? So, all this going on and tying into the story of Pinocchio.
You're the biggest hypocrite on the planet.
It's Alan Wake 2, of course. A game where there's 2 protagonists that you switch between on the fly at a certain point in the game. A game that completely picks up the story of Alan Wake 1 from over a decade ago in a great and creative way. Is Alan still stuck in the lake? What's going on around Cauldron Lake? There's now an FBI investigator there to try to figure this out. You've got your investigation of the environments with items. You've got your gunplay against supernatural enemies, but the gunplay is well refined and much better than in the original game. You've got open environments that you can investigate, but you've also got more linear environments inside of confined areas to explore, okay? This game also does so many unique things that I've never seen in a video game before. A whole element of narrative where, like, you have to use a big investigation board to put clues together to try to piece together the plot, and then once you hit it right, then it kind of explains more of the plot. And what about that absolutely, positively amazing musical number, the likes of which I've never seen in a video game before? It's like you're in the middle of a giant rock opera, but it's part of the game.
For my year-end series and for my Game of the Year awards for 2023, this is DsP signing off and saying thank you all so very much. I offer you my gratitude and my thoughts of hopefulness for the new year. Peace out, my friends, and I will see you all on a gaming stream to come soon. Bye-bye for now. Are you playing the mobile game? Yes. Gacha games. I love spending my entire life's fortune on gacha games. Every day, I'm clicking, I'm pulling, I can't wait for the big win, and there goes my life savings, and there goes my livelihood. There's still this back here, and it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.